What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Houston Texans Madden 21 franchise rebuild. This rebuild is taking a while as we have gone 8-8 in the 3 full years I've controlled the team here in the series. We're now 5-7. It's actually unlikely that we match even 8-8 this year as we take on 4 teams that all might end up being playoff teams to close the season. It's been a strange year. I felt like adding Julio Jones was a really big move for us, and that has actually been one of our most successful decisions here of the entire series. Julio's come in, he's played at a very high level, and the offense seems to be a lot better this year. However, we still have some weaknesses, and we still have not been able to become more than just a mediocre team. Let's dive into some of the stats and just see a little bit about this team a bit more in depth. As far as the offense goes, I think we have been improved this year. The passing game has been a lot better, but the run game is still one of the worst in the NFL, and we are just kind of a slightly below average scoring offense. I expect a lot more when you have Deshaun Watson as the quarterback and a very good cast of wide receivers that's gotten much better. 9 rushing touchdowns. Clearly, I have probably been overrating Jeremiah Bradham for a while now, mostly because his rookie year seemed to show so much potential, and he's become an average running back, but does not have many outlier performances, doesn't give us a lot of big plays or big games. So I do want to see more of James Golden. I really want to see what we can do with him to close the year. Defensively, we started the series with an awful run defense, and we really had to rebuild everything there. And we haven't been a bad pass defense at all. As far as the rush defense, we've gotten a lot better. We're closer to league average. I don't feel that the defense is as much of a problem as they used to be. We're even one of the better teams at getting sacks. We're slightly above average. So you'd think we'd be a little bit better than 5-7 right now, because I think at least we have an average offense and an average defense. Oh, how about this? One of the worst teams in the red zone. That certainly says a lot. And I think the biggest reason why, especially when you talk about simming, is the lack of a ground game and not being able to get those touchdowns and those big games. Like, the simming really wants you to run the football. You can't ignore it. So we do have some changes to make here to close out the season. I want to see a lot more of James Golden. I want him to get as many opportunities as he can handle now to show that he can have a large role in the offense going forward. I also think at wide receiver, we've probably got to take away some snaps now from Julio Jones. What I'm going to do is make Amari Jones and Jermaine Candidate the number 1 and 2 receivers. We're really mixing things up here, but we'll keep Cooks as the slot. We're also going to give rookie defensive tackle Niles McDuffie a lot of snaps here to close his season, as he's missed a lot of the year with injury. Hopefully we can see some more from Stephon Ferris to close out the season as well. He has been getting snaps, but we just haven't seen it turn into production yet. Let's see how his rookie campaign is going. 15 tackles, 1 sack, 3 tackles for loss. And that is on 451 downs played. So that's slightly less than half of the total snaps that the entire team has played on defense. Here are the game logs. We can see he's registering tackles here and there, but just 1 sack, and that came back all the way in week 3. He's played many snaps since then. Max Ridley, on the other hand, who is in his 4th year, has played how much? He's played 605, so a bit more than Ferris has, but he's also been more productive. He does have 3 sacks. I want to say those came early. Yeah, those were earlier in the year, and then that kind of dropped off. So Ferris is getting all the snaps here basically to close out the season. Ridley hasn't been fantastic. I felt like in the beginning of the year he was going to put together a season that would make us really consider that extension, but we're probably not going to give it to him now. So let's begin this 4-game gauntlet now. I imagine we'll just watch some of Week 17 and talk about the future of the series once again. We first take on the Indianapolis Colts. Well, that is our 8th loss of the season. 34-28, a lot of points allowed here to Indianapolis. 3 touchdowns for Jameis Winston, 3 for Deshaun Watson. He was also sacked 5 times. On the ground, Watson led us in rushing with 46 yards. Bradham then 23. James Golden 7 for just 12 yards. Receiving, Brandon Cooks led the way, 6 for $124. And then candidates had 4 catches, 5 and a touchdown for Amari Jones. Golden did get some production in the air, so we will take that, and that's been actually like the greatest source of his production this year. Also, a touchdown for Mello Clemens, as it looks like Julio didn't really get the football at all. Let's go to defense here. Jonathan Edison continues to fill in for Joe Jackson at middle linebacker, one of our 2 inside linebacker spots. Hudson, another sack. His blitzing is more effective than our edge rushing. All right, so we've talked about 8-8 basically being a meme in this series. I saw someone say that Jeff Fisher was coaching our team. Well, to get there, we gotta win out. I don't think we can do that. We are not going to bring back Jabari Carr early. As a matter of fact, I think I'd like to place him on injured reserve and sign somebody else. We'll give the extra experience there to McDuffie. This is really like a small thing, but 53 obviously is the limit on your roster, and you might as well sign 53 players because that means 53 players are developing, and if you're out there with say 49 because it's enough, well, that's 4 spots that you're losing development on. So we're going to get an extra couple weeks for somebody else now. We could be trying to replace Max Ridley next year. So in that case, why not add some extra edge depth here? Steelers linebacker Hugh Lincoln is on their practice squad. And now he's on our roster. He even had a skill point here the Steelers never spent. All right, let's put this point into speed rusher. Why not? 74 overall. 2 finesse, 1 zone coverage. What does that have to do with speed rushing? We go with the physical archetype here for Jermaine candidates. Get catching traffic, short route running. We got Kerry Borden here, up to 82 overall, and I think he's been steadily improving. Feel like he's made a lot of plays in run defense this year, and certainly his tackle count is up, and the tackles for a loss are tied for a career high. And he still played less snaps than his rookie campaign. Well, we will not be going 8-8 this year, our 9th loss. Thanks to the Kansas City Chiefs, 34-14, rough day overall. Offense, not very productive, just 1 touchdown from Deshaun Watson, 219 yards. James Golden found the end zone again on 2.6 yards a carry rushing. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 75 yards, a touchdown. Rough day of run defense, even with Joe Jackson's return. Receiving, Amari Jones led the way, 680 and a touchdown. Candidate with 3 for 52. And then for the defense, just 1 sack, split between Jackson and Borden, with a pick to Charvarius Ward. Alright, let's talk about re-signing here a little bit. Andrew McCoy, I asked what you guys thought about in the comments section, and it seems most of you want him to be re-signed just because offensive line, targeting that in the draft is certainly not easy. He's an average guard, so we can just take care of that contract. I'm cool with that because it looks like we'll have plenty of space once again, and it's a 2-year deal. So I'll up this to 15.5 over 2 years, not a bad salary, and he will take it. Ridley is still probably going to walk. We'll go to free agency, hopefully with a lot of money to potentially spend. And then I do want to try signing Gordon Norwood to an extension. I've liked his play a lot. We'll increase this about 13.5 over 3. And he will take that, just a bit under 5 a year. And he is the 38th ranked tight end, so the game would consider him to be a number 2, but I think he's played really well as a number 1. Let's give an extension here to Kenny Robinson as well. Backup safety, third safety. Probably saving the rest of the decisions, though, for the offseason. And now, week 16, we get Tennessee again. More losing for Houston. Again, we lose in overtime to Tennessee. 600 yards! What's going on? This game at 1,100 yards. Jalen Hurts, 486 and 4. These numbers are ridiculous for simulating. Watson's are really good as well, but Hurts, 486? 56 pass attempts. Unbelievable. Almost 1,000 yards passing in this game. Golden, 54 and 2 on the ground. Henry found the end zone. Mo Alley-Cox, 16 catches in a Madden sim, $144. Brandon Cooks had a big day. Traquan Smith, A.J. Brown, Jermaine Candidate, Norwood, Davis. So there wasn't much defense being played. A few sacks. McDuffie got one. No interceptions. And 2 new injuries from that. And it's Jeremiah Bradham and Stephon Ferris. So replacing both of those players on injured reserve. Disappointing year for Stephon Ferris as he ends the year on injured reserve and wasn't very productive in the around 500 snaps he had over the course of the year. His rookie season will end with 20 tackles and 1 sack. Keep in mind he was the 17th overall pick, so we had pretty high expectations for this year. But we'll definitely see in year 2 if things get better. We'll be patient. But Bradham's going to not play the season finale then. He finishes the year with a broken collarbone. And what I'm doing now is I'm kind of just getting an early start on free agency. I don't care who the best available is. I want on practice squad players. Here are the best players that are on practice squads right now. And then we can have a chance to re-sign these players in the offseason instead. Deshaun Truman stats, very close to Jermaine Candidate. I'm not really looking for more receiver talent. I think it's already super crowded there. I'm not against adding a running back. Surprisingly, right? So, Mike Henson, 3rd year? Yeah, I want to see what he's all about. And then we're going to sign a tackle here, Solomon Haywood, and add to our depth along the offensive line. He's on the Bills practice squad. We're going to get Ben Williamson some playing time in the finale, playing some guard where he grades out as a 73 overall. I'd also like to see Isaiah Fletcher and Jeremiah Brown get a chance to be the number 1 and 2 corners and get an idea of what that looks like for the defense. Roby's just going to play nickel today. And then at safety, let's give Kenny Robinson a start here at free safety. I feel like I've never played him. And then let's give one of these young safeties a chance here. I would like to see Randall Childs, the 6'4" strong safety, play over Terrell Edmonds. We are going to play Deshaun Watson for at least part of the game because I want good reps for the receivers to see what they can do. So we're 5-10. A 10-loss campaign. We're talking about draft positioning now, and we are potentially picking top 5. With a loss, we're guaranteed top 4. But I guess it's probably possible we even pick number 1. Already get to upgrade Mike Henson as well, receiving back upgrade. And we'll be looking for someone to add some big play element to the offense. Maybe Henson can do some of that. I think it's also a really good time to further experiment with the auto subs and try to maybe get a bit more aggressive at running back. Like, I'm going to try one of these. 92 fatigue out instead of like 87. Just to get an idea if we can get to the point where it's like, okay, 2 carries and you're off the field. because I think for some backfields that does make sense where there's no clear-cut number one. All right, we're closing this year against the Packers, and it's the 4th season we're ending here in this series, trying to get ready for another off season. I do think that the running game is a big reason why we simply haven't been all that good. I think seeing the lack of red zone success there, the fact that our running game is rated so poorly, I don't think many teams with bottom 10 running games end up doing well in a heavy sim focus here in Madden. So, we're opening the day. That is a catch for James Golden, and I think he'll get plenty of touches in this game. We should get a long look at him. And then we'll see Jermaine Candidate, we'll see Amari Jones, but it's 2 Golden touches to start the day, and he will stretch ahead with first down, or what I thought was first down yardage. 3rd and short now, and this is a run to the inside. There's an opening, and getting tripped up now, that is Freeman with a gain of 8. With no Jeremiah Bradham for a full game, this is a chance for someone to really make a name for themselves. Throwing this one to James Golden now. I like that we're getting the running backs involved early, but I do want to see some Amari Jones as well. Candidates on the field, bottom of the screen. And we'll head to the air now. I do see we had the rotation, and that is going to be a catch made by Henson. 3rd and 5 now. Packers send 5, and Watson gets the pass away. It's open for Brandon Cooks, and we'll take it inside the Green Bay 30. Bunch formation now on 1st and 10. Rolling out to the right. Watson. Whoa, just dropped it off short. Throwing once again to the outside now, and there's a catch for Brandon Cooks, close to a first down. 3rd and short now. Golden the deep back. And we're going to throw it again. Quick throw. Caught Jermaine Candidate. Let's finish this drive now. Not bad. James Golden running inside. He is met at the 5 and stopped. Please don't be the swing screen. I forgot to take it out. It's not. Watson brought down at the 7. Amari Jones, top of the screen. Where does Watson look on 3rd down? Back to pass. Got it away, and that is a touchdown to Gordon Norwood. Closing the season strong. I want to say that's touchdown number 8. So we're probably going to focus mostly on our offense today, but we'll take some time to watch a drive here with the defense on the field. Nice play, Max Ridley. Back to pass on 3rd and 9 now. Pressure's there. Pass goes deep, and it's knocked away at the 26 by number 26, Isaiah Fletcher. He's ready to be the number 1 next season. And now back to what I really want to see. More offense. Returnable, but only a short gain. Motion with Candidate. He gets the quick flip and cuts it up quickly. Not much there. That play works better when you take it as wide as you can go. 2nd and 10. Back to pass, setting up the screen for Golden, and he's taken down in the open field. 3rd and 9 now. Again, Jones top of the screen by himself. Good protection, and thrown away by Watson. Not much at all on that drive. Let's sim one of the offense now and see what happens. Once we get past this Green Bay possession, Marquez Valdez-Scantling making some catches. He was also the target on that deep ball Fletcher broke up. And we'll take over, giving up a safety. Okay then. 7-2. Packers football. Dale Duran, the quarterback. And they can't get anywhere on that drive, so we'll take over. No safety this time, but we were backed up again. 2 for Golden, 2 for Trayvon Moore. Very heavy rush emphasis here, and then 25 yards to Gordon Norwood. Could end up with around 800 yards this season. 3rd and 4, it's Norwood again. We take it inside the 30 and get 9 to Enrique Freeman. A very long possession for Houston. And now 7 yards away from the end zone. Mike Henson gets 2, and Norwood scores again. Will Fuller, 21 yards. Packers trying to get something here before half. 17 to McLeod. They stall, putting a field goal on the board. Oh, that's not ideal. Interception. Packers add a few more, so 14 to 8. And then an MVS touchdown gives them the lead. Okay. Taking over at our 25 now. We'll see some of the offense again. James Golden in the backfield, helping protect as Watson's pass is incomplete, intended for Amari Jones. 3rd down and 10. And Watson's going to throw it short to Golden. He doesn't get very far. Green Bay trying to extend this lead. MVS has like the vast majority of their receiving yards, it seems. We get the ball back after Montez Sweat gets the sack, and we have it at our 31-yard line. Swing screen now. That actually worked to Golden. Got a couple. Setting up the screen again. Golden with another catch. Have not seen him really make anybody miss or create yet. Maybe we'll see more of Henson. I just want to see if his speed can be a game changer. 3rd down and 11. Here comes Zadarius Smith, and that pass is going out of bounds. Green Bay takes over. 91 now to MVS. He has a 75-yard touchdown, a 95-yard touchdown. Oh, my. We'll check at the end just how many yards he has racked up. We're down by 8 now, taking over. And we're going to see Mike Henson at running back, the practice squad addition. Back to pass on 2nd down, and barely got that pass away. Probably hurts not having Julio Jones out here, but we need the reps for candidate and Amari Jones. Cooks is out there, though. 3rd and 11, dumped off now. Henson gets what he can. Green Bay's defense playing a really good game. And now Ridley gets the sack. If they can't get the big play to MVS, they aren't going anywhere. So we'll take over at our 30. 2 receivers top of the screen. Jones goes inside. And it's going to be a run. And Henson breaks initial contact to get back to the line of scrimmage. Ooh, an audible. Okay. What do we got here now? We go to just a 3-wide set. And Watson's throw almost caught by candidate, but he was well covered. 3rd and 10. Can we get a conversion? Off his back foot. Watson's deep ball is over the head of the intended receiver. And once more, Houston unable to generate anything on offense. Packers football. Loss of 7 here. Sacked by Sweat. Going nowhere again. The opportunities have been there. The defense, despite allowing 2 long touchdowns, hasn't been awful overall. 1st and 10. Short throw here to Norwood, getting 4. 2nd down and 6. Watson got it there. 1st down. Jermaine candidate on the comeback, it appeared. Inside here and stuffed. Nice play by Zadarius Smith, who has had a really solid game. Four-man rush. And Watson got enough time. It's wobbling, and it's knocked away. Intended for Candidate. We'll try it on 3rd and 10, and again incomplete for Jermaine Candidate. Just not getting the separation on most of these routes. Of course, he's being covered by Jair Alexander, who has to be one of the best corners in the game right now, so not obviously going to be the typical matchup for him, but struggling today nonetheless. And we take over at the 1. Their punt game has been fantastic. No safety. This feels like it's going to be a safety. It's not a safety yet. Try it again here, and a short pickup now for Henson. 5 rushes, only 3 yards, and we might even be running this play just to get some room. 3rd and 7. It is a run. There's not much to show here. I'm trying to get as many looks at the offense, and I haven't been impressed by really anything. Packers should finally be able to capitalize with this field position. And they do get a first down on 3rd and 9. And they convert a 3rd and 1. Inside the 5. Touchdown. With 4 minutes to go. One of our last chances to see the offense today. Nice catch on the outside made by Amari Jones, who should get more targets. We just can't throw at Jair Alexander. It's too risky. Was that really the first catch for Jones? 3rd down and 1. A screen set up. There's Henson in the open field. He broke a tackle and is stopped at the 50. Four-man rush. Watson's throw. Caught by Candidate. Got one against Alexander finally. Watson throwing once again. This is complete to Norwood. He's hit at the 26. I want to see one more touchdown today for us. Showing pressure on 3rd down. They drop out of it. And Watson gets the deep ball away, and it is incomplete, or was it picked? Okay, they call it incomplete. Really couldn't see the football there. 3rd and 3, what's this? Please don't be a run. It's a run! And it's not a first down. Packers take over. Well, this was not the best game to sit and watch. Pretty much everything the offense did. Not much at all. Packers win 29-14. We go 5-11 this year. And that's going to have us picking somewhere in the top 4. So we'll have a conversation about what to do with the chance to potentially draft a blue chip player. Watson only 223 yards. Packers contested so many throws. Dale Duran, 323, 2 touchdowns. And neither team ran the football all that well. Maybe Golden could have had some more carries, but I felt like he had a lot of touches overall between the 7 attempts and the 5 catches at least. Receiving, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 7, 244, and 2. That's the season, everybody. 5-11. I certainly had higher expectations. So now the playoff picture is looking like this. The Colts became the top seed. Tennessee didn't make it? With Jalen Hurts playing the way he did? Really? Packers are the 1? They had 9 wins going into that game. Tennessee finished 8-8. Well, I mean, they got 2 victories over us. I guess they miss. Okay, then. No one really separating themselves here besides the Colts. All right, a lot of 9-win teams here. Many made the playoffs. This is ridiculous. 9 9-win teams made it. So much of the league is just hovering around 500. Packers get a first-round bye with a 10-6 record. Now, in terms of draft positioning, all right, hard to tell. Anywhere 2 through 4. And we're not looking for a quarterback, so maybe we get the pick of like 3 of the top players that aren't quarterback. Maybe even pick number 2. Here are the stats for us as we close the year. Deshaun Watson's numbers are better than you would expect a quarterback of a 5-11 team. 31 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. I'm still not concerned with Deshaun Watson. If there were any argument to be made about trading him, it would just be because now he's going to be regressing and we're losing so much. We could probably get a lot in a trade for him, but I don't think I'm about to make that move. As far as his contract goes, he has 1 year left. On the ground, 3.5 a carry for both Bradham and Golden. What impressed me though about Golden is just the touchdowns compared to the touches. 5 touchdowns on 105 carries, 4 touchdowns on 25 catches. Overall, I don't think his rookie year was fantastic, but he had 9 touchdowns. Receiving, Brandon Cooks over 1,000. Julio would have gotten there if we didn't take away all his snaps at the end of the year. Norwood, 727 and 8. We had Amari Jones, 540 and 4, playing similar snaps to Julio Jones. Candidate, 401 and 2. Pretty efficient on just 442 snaps played. And then for blocking, 13 sacks allowed in a tough rookie year for Robert Bullard. Randy Wallace gave up 9 sacks, Tunsil 7. The guards played really well. And then defensively, Khaleke Hudson, 4 sacks, 111 tackles. I think he's still playing very well. Montez Sweat, 10.5 sacks. A lot of those came in the second half of the year after a slow start to the season. But he was our most effective pass rusher. Overall, we could have used more pass rush, I feel, but I think we ended up ranking fairly well compared to the rest of the league. Interceptions, not a ton there. For league leaders, Jake Lowry for the Vikings, over 5,000 yards, 35 touchdowns. Jameis Winston had 40. Jalen Hurts, 38. Dak Prescott, 36. 20 picks for Derek Carr and Jake Lowry. Rushing, Christian McCaffrey led the league, not Ezekiel Elliott. Madden must be glitching out here if Elliott isn't leading the league in rushing. Nice to see a change of pace, though. Traquan Smith had the most receiving yards, 1,400, 16 touchdowns. Quan Brewer, 1,200, X Factor Rookie of the Year. That's how fast it can all come together for some players. 2,000-yard receivers for the Vikings, Justin Jefferson and Irv Smith. A lot of 1,000-yard receivers, actually, and a few at tight end. Dalton Keene. Interesting. MVS almost got there, getting a quarter of his production in 1 game. Defensively, 4 sacks. 24 for Myles Garrett. That's a record-breaking year. 21.5 for Aaron Donald. And then for interceptions, 8 for Jair Alexander. All right, for the awards now, Jameis Winston is the MVP for the 1 seed Indianapolis Colts. Coach of the Year, Frank Reich, also with the Colts. Jameis Winston is Offensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett wins it on defense. James Golden's Rookie of the Year, no way. The touchdowns got him there. That'll give him some experience, unless they gave it to Lamont Freeman. I know we talked about him earlier in the season, about his touchdowns. Brian Stewart, Defensive Rookie of the Year. And the rest of these AFC awards. To the NFC side of things, Dak Prescott, Aaron Donald, Jaleel Moody, quarterback of the Bears, played well against us. Devontae Thompson for the Bucs wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. And the rest. All I want to know is if Golden got his experience and if the award actually went to him. No! What's going on? This is the second time. Lamont Freeman, 3rd running back for the Bills. He ends up Not getting Rookie of the Year either. Who won it? Freeman had 7 rushing touchdowns. Only had 45 total touches. I can't find out who got the award. The top 3 players didn't get it. If we check out the legacy scores here, nobody has the legacy of a Rookie of the Year winner. And the most belongs to James Golden with only 23. Compared to Brian Stewart on defense, who has 352. These players all have more. Let's check out the NFC. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jaleel Moody, 210. It's not even showing Rookie of the Year for Moody, so there is something really wrong right now with the awards. As far as the Pro Bowl goes, here is everybody who made it. A lot of quarterbacks in the 70s, 4 out of the 6. Very interesting. Not sure if I expect anybody on our team, but Cooks makes it. Brandon Cooks is a Pro Bowler. Anybody else? Maybe Montez Sweat. He doesn't make it. Or he's at linebacker. Still didn't make it. Not a great year for us. Pro Bowl appearances are tracking at least, and I can't believe Quan Brewer didn't win Rookie of the Year in the NFC. They gave it to Moody even after this. Although I guess Justin Jefferson lost out to Justin Herbert, so quarterback always gets the award. Moody's numbers are pretty good, 29 touchdowns, 9 picks. But where are these Rookie of the Year awards going? Because players are missing experience here. Here is how the playoffs have gone. Kansas City wins big in their wild card matchup. So does Cleveland, 28-0 over Pittsburgh. Somehow I think their win this year was more impressive than even this. 28-0? That is pretty good. 169 on offense. That's nothing. Seattle over Arizona. Jets win a playoff game. That's interesting. They won 2. They beat the Colts 44-17. Baker Mayfield's their quarterback. All right. So the Jets now one of the teams to beat. And then the Packers won against Seattle. Kansas City wins. New Orleans. And then we get a KC New Orleans Super Bowl. And Kansas City has won the Super Bowl 28-20. They are the champions once again. And we see a preview of some of the retirements, including Cam Newton, Zach Ertz, Justin Houston, J.J. Watt. Here are all of the retirements. And I would expect that Julio Jones retired, yes. And now this is the page you get to recap the season. This is pretty cool. It even shows the Super Bowl MVP, L'Jarius Sneed for the Chiefs. Shows the rookies of the year on the right side. I like that a lot. So, okay, this is interesting because this yearly awards screen isn't showing by conference the players of the year. Now, in the real NFL, there is no AFC Rookie of the Year. Otherwise, Herbert would have won it, and then Jefferson would have won it, and not them competing for the same award. Is this maybe Madden trying to move into that direction, and that's why Rookie of the Year is messed up now? Because they're only recognizing one offensive Rookie of the Year and one defensive. Now, one thing to note here is that all the awards did go to the NFC. So I wouldn't really feel good about that being the case unless I were to see, like, okay, some AFC award winners are listed here, some NFC. If it's all the same conference, then it's incomplete. And you can access that by going to this league history tab, and then you can cycle through seasons once you have more banked up. Because this was just patched in this past week, I think, there aren't pages for the prior years we've completed, but now for all years, it'll show this page, which I think is very nice as a start for league history. Now it gave Moody Rookie of the Year. Okay, that recorded properly now. So Moody's getting his XP. Now, Let's check out the Texans again. Maybe they're adding that experience and everything later? Did Golden win his Rookie of the Year? He did. He got it. Okay. So that worked. I don't know why Amari Jones still didn't get his Rookie of the year before then, because that's still one that I can't figure out the answer to. So XP is awarded now a little bit later then. That's okay, as long as it gets there. Must be Super Bowl week or something. Anyway, we can wrap up this episode looking at the regression quick. Down 16 for Brandon Cooks, 19 for Bradley Roby. Oh man, I was hoping he'd have less. Justin Reed down 2, Tunsil down 2, Nick Martin down 3, Montez Sweat only down 2. And plenty of big decisions on the way. We certainly will have some cap space. And here are this year's free agents. We've been over this quite often. And we'll have around 90 million in cap space. Excellent. So, 4 years in, still trying to get this team to being a contender in our league. And the journey continues next time. Leave your thoughts down below on what we need to do in this upcoming offseason, and I'll have that coming your way very soon. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next offseason where we're selecting very early. Have a great day.